Hello guys and welcome back to the channel, and today I've got something a little bit different. If more of anything, it's a bit of a rant, to be honest. I mean, I'm sick and tired of people talking about this game, slagging it off, saying that Game Freak should have done more, and you know, in reality, yeah, they could have done more, and with the graphics situation, yeah, they're not looking the greatest, but you got to think, well, firstly, you're playing a Nintendo Switch, you know. Graphics are, you've always either, I can't even speak English, but you're going to either have the hue that Switch games have, which this really doesn't, or you're going to have popping issues and texture issues, maybe the odd glitch. It's going to happen in games. I think the big problem you have is too many people are expecting it to be like, oh, you know, this open world game that looks amazing, you know, similar to Legends Arceus, but that wasn't a mainline game. This is the first mainline game that they've released, and it's come out a good game, to be honest. I don't know what everyone's sort of making a big deal of. Yeah, it's got glitches. A lot of them have been patched. You know, the first 2 hours of the game don't look great, but the problem I have is too many of these people who are, you know, slagging the game off, saying it's really, really bad. You know, a lot of them have spent 40, 50, 60 hours on the game and they're still making content on it. Okay, so it's not that bad of a game then if you're still playing it and you're making, you know, you're making money off of the game. It's what I don't agree with. Like, how can you slate a game, say it's one of the worst, and suddenly you're making content on it and, you know, profiting, which makes absolutely no sense. I mean, I've spent 120 hours on this. Just double check, but I'm pretty sure it's 120 hours, and obviously completed my Pokedex, caught a few shinies. 124 hours, yeah? Enjoyed every minute of it, right? Violet, I've put in 70 hours. Still happy with the game. You know, and people saying it's unplayable. Fuck off. Like, it's not unplayable, you're just a moany little bitch. In no way is this unplayable. If it's unplayable to you, fuck off and play your next gen consoles, because, you know, it's not coming from a fanboy perspective. At the end of the day, like, Game Freak have had a limited amount of time to do this. Well, the 3 years they've developed a game that's highly playable, enjoyable, and sadly got review bombed by a lot of people who, well, don't understand gaming. This is just my opinion, but you know, the only thing that I would draw out of this game that I was a bit disappointed with is you got these big cities and that, all these houses, and the one problem is, you know, that look at that, the frame rate I can deal with, and being away from us and having a worse frame rate, that's not affected me. Big issue I had was these doors. You know, you can't get into the houses and explore like you would in a normal Pokemon game, but you can still, you know, you can still enjoy this game, even though it's got minor bits and bobs that aren't perfect. I think the problem is now everyone expects a game to get released and, you know, it be squeaky clean, and some developers do. Some developers do make, make sure they are, but I don't think all the hate and all the grief that was spouted out about this game is worth any of it. I mean, I played it day one, and well, day before day one, I didn't even have the first patch on, and I was more than happy with it. You know, I think, and that, I'm a Pokemon fan, but I just think too much indirect hate. Well, it's indirect. It's very direct. Has gone towards the game, and it's unwarranted. I mean, Nintendo Game Freak have tried something new. First time they've given us a mainline game of Pokemon that's been open world, with no loading screens, apart from obviously Megazoa, because it's such a big, like, quite a big area. It's the first time that they've given us a game like this, and it doesn't look that bad. I just think there's too many people who are like nowadays who are picky, and they're doing it to the wrong developers. I mean, do it to ones that are completely unfinished games. They've tried something new, and I think with all the hate and grief they're getting, they're going to go back to the old, walking into places and loading screens, which is not on. They've been ambitious. They've pulled off a good game. The content's there. There's just too many impatient people. And that's all this video is, really, to be honest. Just sort of like slagging off the people who are slagging the game off, because Game Freak have delivered. Got new Pokemon. Some of the designs questionable, but Gem 1ers and all that sort of thing. I'm a Gem 1er, but you can appreciate good designs, and they've given us good designs of Pokemon. They've given us a good open world. Yeah, it doesn't look like your next gen consoles. It doesn't look great, or as you guys would say it should. But the performance is tolerable. It's not perfect, and I'm not defending the game down to the outright of it being perfect or anywhere near it, but it's certainly playable. So I don't get where all this shit's coming from and saying that it's not playable, because it's more than playable. I've spent over 200 hours in both the games compared, put together. So yeah, that's it really. I just wanted to sort of, if anyone's on the fence of getting it, and letting these people put you off, it's not that bad. It's highly playable. I spent a lot of time in it. I don't know whether a lot of these youngsters are saying it's poor, but yeah, it's a good game. Performance isn't great, but it's playable. That's my overall verdict. So that's it from me. I can't really rant on anymore because it annoys me. So yeah, that's it from me. I will catch you in the next video.